Good morning, students. Welcome to today's biology class. This is the fifth video lesson of your chapter number 2, the cell. And in this video lesson, we are going to continue with the study of some other cell organelles. In the previous video lessons, also we have read about certain cell organelles. In this video lesson, we are going to continue with the same, that is structure and functions of cell organelles. So the learning objectives of today's class are structure and function of centrosomes, structure and function of Golgi bodies, structure and function of lysosomes, and structure and function of plastids. So in this video lesson, we are going to read about 4 cell organelles, which are centrosome, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, and plastids. Let us start with the first cell organelle. It is centrosome. The picture show this pink color rods which are arranged in the form of bundle. Okay, these are centrosomes. So two centrioles joined together, they are going to form one single organelle which is known as centrosome. And on the upside, the location of centrosome in the cell is shown to you. So let us start with the description of the cell organelle. Centrosomes are found in the animal cells only. Centrosomes, their location in the picture is near to the nucleus, and centrosomes are also said to be as cell center. Centrosomes, they are not bounded by any membrane. Got it? Centrosomes, they don't have any membrane. Centrosomes are formed of two cylindrical structure. Okay, as I told you, these two pink color structures, these are two cylindrical structures and they are positioned at right angles. You can observe here, this is 90-degree angle here. So they are positioned at right angles to each other, and these cylindrical structure is known as centrioles. So two centrioles, when placed at 90-degree angle, they are going to form a cell organelle that is known as centrosome, which lie near to the nucleus. Centrosomes' function is to initiate and regulate the cell division. Okay, what happens is when the cell is about to divide, then this centrosome splits into two centrioles, and these centrioles again split and one each goes to poles of the cell. Okay, opposite poles of the cell, and they are responsible for holding chromosomes by formation of spindle fibers that you will read in your higher classes. You just only remember that their function is to initiate and regulate cell division. Now, the other cell organelle is Golgi bodies. Golgi bodies are found in the cytoplasm, and these cell organelles are found in both plant and animal cell. Golgi bodies, they are present either above or around the centrioles which are found near the nucleus. That is, they lie somewhat near the centrosome only. And Golgi bodies are compact structures. Okay, they are complex structures, and these are found of this tubular fluid filled sacs. Okay, they are known as cisternae. These tube like fluid filled structures, okay, they are known as cisternae. And Golgi bodies also contain some small rounded vesicle. You can observe here in the diagram some small rounded vesicular structure, these round structures. They are known as vesicles, and they are found attached with the Golgi bodies. The function of Golgi bodies is that they are involved in the synthesis, storage, and secretion of proteins, lipids, and carbohydrates. They also helps in the formation of other cell organelle which is known as lysosomes. In the case of plants, Golgi bodies helps in the synthesis of cell wall. Got it? You can observe here in the diagram. These are fluid filled tubular structure. These are cisternae and these are vesicles. Okay. So this is the clear structure of Golgi complex. The next cell organelle is lysosomes. The important feature of this cell organelle is these are found only in the case of animal cell. Means lysosomes are found in animal cells only. Lysosomes are formed from the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, you remember in the previous video lesson I have taught about you endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so they are formed from the endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi bodies. Both ER and Golgi bodies, they can form the lysosomes. Lysosomes have single membrane and they contain many digestive enzymes. You can observe here, they contain many digestive enzymes. And these enzymes helps in the digestion of food. Even they also protect the cell from the germs. If any foreign germs enter inside the cell, then the lysosomes engulf those germs and digest them. Therefore, they are also said to be as the protective cell organelles of the cell. These are also responsible for the autodigestion of the worn out cell organelles. Means what happens is when the cell is going to work for years and years. So what happens is the cell they become aged and few cell organelles, their efficiency become very low. So they become worn out. They are not actively working. So in that case, these lysosomes, they are going to digest the worn out cell organelles. Therefore, lysosomes are also called as suicidal bags. Means whenever there is need, they can digest the cell organelles present in the cell also, which proves to be harmful for the cell in future. That's why they are also said to be as suicidal bags. The next cell organelle is plastids. Plastids are the cell organelles which are found only in the case of plant cells. Plastids are absent in animal cell. These are double membrane organelles. You can observe here two membranes are present. So it is double membrane organelles. And these are found in the cytoplasm of the plant cells. Plastids, they are involved usually in the storage and manufacture of the food. Okay. On the basis of their function, plastids are of three main types. But before that, I will explain you that in lower classes you have read that the leaves of the plants, they are going to synthesize the food for the plant. So what happens is in the leaves of the plant, this in the cells of the leaves of the plant, this plastid is present in abundance, means in maximum quantity. Why? Because plastids, the green color plastid which is present in the leaves, they help in trapping the sunlight. Okay, and that sunlight helps in the synthesis of the food. So these are the plastids which helps in the synthesis and manufacture of the food. Along with that, they also help in storage of food also. Now, what are those three types of plastids? The three types of plastids are leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Leucoplasts are colorless plastid, means they are colorless, and leucoplasts are present in the roots and modified underground stems. The function of leucoplast is to store food in the form of starch, proteins and fats. The second type of plastid is chromoplast. Chromoplasts are colored plastid. Usually they are found in red, yellow and orange color. And these type of plastids, because of the presence of these chromoplasts, the flowers and fruits, they are able to get their color. Okay, You can observe different colors in flowers and fruits. This is because of the presence of chromoplast. Hence, chromoplast helps in the attraction of insects, which helps in the pollination and even in the dispersal of seeds. The third type of plastid is chloroplast. Chloroplast, these are the most abundant, most common and important green colored plastid. Okay, so chloroplast contain a pigment, green color pigment, which is known as chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll helps in trapping sun's energy and convert that solar energy into chemical energy in the form of food, and all this happens in a particular process which is known as photosynthesis. That's why chloroplasts are also said to be as kitchen of a plant cell. So this is all we have in today's class. We'll continue with other cell organelle and difference between plant and animal cell in the next video lesson. So take care and have a nice day.